a little story for you guys. About 4.5 years ago, Sarah called me. She said, listen, I got an idea. I want to put on this event. I want people to come, express themselves, create a safe space for people. We were sitting in Creams in Stratford, having a waffle. It was very good. And I said, yeah, you should do that, because some of these poetry events, they make you feel a bit uncomfortable, and you should put on one where like everyone's welcome and it's like a loving vibe, and people aren't like looking at you sideways and shit. So, I said, listen, I'm all hands on deck, sis. Whatever you need, let's make this happen. And the rest is history, because there have been many poetry since then. So, for my first piece, I wanted to perform the first poem that I did at the first Poetivity all those moons ago to bring it full circle for you guys. This one's called London Dweller, and I hope you enjoy it. When I was 19, I was a London dweller. Not homeless, but rather a London dweller, for London has always been my home. I just lost that little segment of London that was truly my own. How strange it is to wander with no set destination or purpose, what it is to be engulfed by London streets in your naivety and your nervousness. How is it that a city can surround you with people, close proximities, and still you're alone, fight or flight, every man for themselves, forced to all of your extremities? London's towers lingering tall, looking down on you in the same way that society is. Local authorities will have you jumping through hoops to clutch onto your human rights. Since when did we as people advocate such moral demise? When did we decide it was okay to create this competition for residency, or create parallels that make you choose between your education and your tenancy? Home in its definition is just too simple, just one dimension. It's not four walls. Home is where you're safe and you're valued and there's someone that pays attention. Home is where your anxiety no longer shakes you to your core. It's where your struggles and strifes are actually left at the door. Home is that tingling in your muscles when you sink into your bed. It's the clarity, the space, a welcome place for every overthought thought in your head. It's not temporary accommodation. It's not council owned. It's not, if you can't afford it, you don't deserve a home. They say home is where the heart is, so perhaps it's this homelessness that has stripped me to this, heartless. Thank you. Super special, and she doesn't know that I'm going to do this, but this one is for Sarah. The lady that makes all of this happen. And in the lockdown, we did a little collab on Instagram where I wrote some words and Sarah did some movement to it, and it was beautiful. So I wanted to bring it back and just tell you guys a little bit about my sis, Sarah. Sis, let me tell you this. I look at you as one of my greatest gifts, for what is community without our chosen family? The sisters we choose to stand by our side in the face of adversity. Sis, I will take your hand and walk with you in this life. I will dance with you in celebration and wipe your tears in mourning. If you ever need me, I'll be there, no stalling. Sis, know I've got you. Whatever it is that you're going through, we dance through this world together with whatever it brings. And when you're voiceless, I'll sing for you, sing your song and keep you pushing on, because I know you got this, my sis. Keep moving, writing and creating in your divine energy. Me and you have this synergy, so when you're lost, come to me and I'll hold you up for the world to see in all your beauty. Together we rise, side by side, my sis. Okay, so as you get older, you start to see that your parents are just people. You have them on a bit of a pedestal, right? It's like mom and dad, but actually they're just human. So this is a testament to that, and some things that I've been pondering over in the relationships with my parents. Turns out my parents are human. And I must admit, I'm fucking fuming. I've derailed their high horse and now it's off course and I think we're all losing. I've shattered all illusions, burst the bubbles, spilt the tea. I've battled with the pieces of them that make me me. I've analysed every crease and crevice in my reflection, every poor decision, every shit response to a situation. There was me thinking they had all the answers, but they themselves are still searching, working, burying and hurting. It ran in my family until it ran into me. I'm rewriting the family tree. These branches are too heavy for me. I'm reframing our history so it doesn't carry forward, because to be honest, that would be kind of awkward. If we continue to pass this on, to sing the same song of struggle and pain, when in fact, we have learned to breathe again. So it's clear when we see again and our thoughts aren't consumed with all that we have to unlearn and all that we've assumed. We have to show the resilience that underpins the human form, show that it's not the norm, to brush it under the carpet and only ever whisper the half of it and drown in the bellows of it was her that started it. It's not normal to be manipulated and have no space that's sacred. It's not normal to drown in the seas of our deepest inadequacies, held only by the bottom of a bottle. It's not normal to suffer in silence and keep missing the rent and make up bruised faces and switch to new places in a quest for peace. We find peace in a cocoon of familiar smells and the place where your feet aren't sore from navigating the eggshells and your tummy doesn't flutter with dread. You can't control the hand you're dealt in life, only the way you play your cards, but some people find this hard to stomach, to shift the responsibility to your own lap and abandon your old coping mechanisms. Sometimes it's easier to stay hurting than it is to truly learn the lessons. The relationship you have with yourself is the most vital relationship for you to address and nurture. It will take work, hard work, deep work, emotional work, but this is some of the most valuable work that you'll do in your adult life. The work I do on myself is my gift to others, my 2 grandmothers and the children that will one day follow me. It's a pledge to the power of facing yourself, sitting with yourself, dissecting the reoccurring themes and patterns, not leaning on old reasons or rewriting the same recurring seasons of toxicity. It's speaking up even when your voice trembles and realising that destruction can be reframed as sheer reassembles, and to be honest, it's fucking essential so you can max out on your potential. I'll admit, reluctantly, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so without the work, my parents' shortcomings, they show up in me, and we've been ingrained to repeat the cycles and stay the same, shift the blame, submerge the pain. The trauma seeps into our cells, looking for somewhere to dwell, and if you're not careful, it will consume you in your entirety. The people that made you aren't the making of you. You are in control, so save yourself for the sake of you. Don't let generational trauma taint you, for the colours of the past can't paint you. You create you. It's about cake. Cake is like my favourite fucking thing in the world. I love cake of like every kind. And every day, pretty much, I go on a quest to find some kind of cake. So it's kind of about cake, but it's kind of not as well, but you guys will get the vibe. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. You probably can't say that anymore, but I will, because your love is so sweet. You are my absolute favourite treat. Wrap me in the creases of your baking paper so I can savour the flavour. I'm residing in all of your layers. For your love is sweeter than jelly tots, chocolate drops, marshmallow pops, sprinkle dots, the lot. Encase me, I'll be your cupcake and we'll bake so our love keeps rising. Perfect consistency, I folded instantly. You're the right weight, shape and texture with all the added extras. Walked into this love, we didn't stumble. One glance and you make me crumble. Iced and glazed, I'm amazed by your ways. This is no phase. So worth the wait. Loving you is a piece of cake. Read me like a recipe and take your time with me. And my God, please don't burn me. Savour me, highly favour me, for when we're baked, there's no sweeter thing. We're the perfect mix, and I've never felt a love like this. See, we can have our cake and eat it too, and I'd share my very last bite with you. So first comes cake, right? Cake is number one, yeah? The number two is my boyfriend. He's incredible, but cake is still number one. So I must admit, it feels really great to be able to write a lovey-dovey poem. Usually I'm on some deep stuff, but this time I was like, wow, I actually get to write about love, and I'm actually in love and feeling it. I'm not making it up. This one's for him. It's called Safe Love. Safe love, above all else, you make me feel comfortable as myself. There aren't knots of anxiety, rather a shower of security. I feel safe, and that's not something I've had much before. I typically run, slam the door. Usually I build my walls up high, but I want you to come inside. And as time goes on, my attraction to your analytical mind grows strong. I crave to delve into your inner workings and heal where the hurt is. There's so much to learn and know, still so much room to grow, and I can't wait. Here for the ride and always by your side, my love, you inspire me to be the best woman I can be for you and for me. You are so deserving, and I hope you see what I see when I look at you. Lay down your insecurities as you lay down with me. We'll work on ourselves together, for there's no one I'd rather get better with, grow together with. I'll admit you'll have to forgive me. Loving me won't always be easy. I'll have my days and my ways, but I hope you'll stay with me. I promise not to run when the road's a little dark and things aren't so fun. Unconditional. I love you in your entirety, and I love that you brought out this side of me and that your ways of thinking align with me. With you, I want to do the work and belly laugh until it hurts and try foods we can barely name and have an ever-changing love that stays the same. Synonymous peace and power. I feel like anything could happen and I'd be shielded by the warmth of your embrace. Your arms are my favourite place. When we're chest to chest and face to face, I'm safe. An antidote to my anxiety, you keep teaching me about love and its many forms. Life is indescribably better with you in it. This is one that I wrote a couple of years ago, and the reason I wanted to perform it and finish with it really is because every time I do this piece, it reminds me that at the time, everything that I'm saying felt so real and so heavy, and it felt like I didn't really know how to come out of that. But there is always a way out. Like when you're in the thick of it, you can't see it and everything feels like super overwhelming. But hindsight's a beautiful thing, and I'm really pleased to be able to look back now on that time and be like, damn, I'm happy that I'm not feeling that anymore. So this one's called Trauma Response. I'm going to take my shoes off, get comfy with Char. There is a bit on the floor as well, so you might have to break your neck a little bit because I'm going to get down low. And yeah, I have memorised it, so let's hope and pray that I can move and keep talking to y'all. Okay?
Swear to God, it feels like I'm losing it. The alarm bell's ringing in my head and I'm snoozing it. I'm tearing down the red flags, I can't see them now. You might see me struggle in the water, but have you seen me drown? I've been taught to tread that water. Stand tall, don't let them see you fold. Stand tall in the face of adversity, but lately there's this uncertainty and I don't know if I can do it, push through it. Questioning whether I'll make it. If they offer me pills, will I take it? I asked for therapy, brave they said. 18 weeks until I can speak to someone was the response. That's another 18 weeks of these thoughts in my head. I didn't feel brave, I felt ashamed, upset that these feelings can't be controlled and these thoughts can't be tamed. I can't let the world see me like this. They need some rest. You need some rest, they say. I dismiss. I can't shatter the illusion that I'm okay and I've got my shit together. There are professional ties that I can't sever. I've got people that look up to me, that really fuck with me. I can't let them down. So, on the outside, I'm holding my shattered pieces together, but inside I'm dancing in the circles of the depths of my mind, and I've lost my way to the frontal lobe this time, and maybe my synapses aren't working. There's no messages in transmission, but I don't want to be in this place anymore, but it's not my decision. You see, my fight or flight response is fluttering now, and I'm talking to myself, but I'm stuttering now. And a minute ago, I was standing, I was dancing, but I can't stand now. My body's on the ground now. I can feel my hands trembling now. I pushed this trauma deep into my subliminal, hoping that the response would be minimal. Quite the opposite. It's taken over my life, and I can't get on top of it. My grip's loosening now, and my balance is off. This shit's all consuming. Every day I'm fucking fuming, and it's just not me. I'm volatile and only go out once in a while. And in moments of strength, I'm silent when I would usually speak. And in moments of strength, I actually feel weak. I'm not myself right now, and it shows. Don't know if anybody knows, but that doesn't matter. See, I'm not here for the chatter or a pat on the back. I'm just saying this out loud to put my thoughts on track and share some perspective. And you see this message? If you get this, I'm blessed with it. If it touches you and reveals a hidden truth, I'm up for that. And you know what? If you want to talk to me about something after this performance, I'll fuck with that.
And a bit overwhelmed because I was like, damn, gotta get writing. So thank you, as ever, Sarah, for believing in me and giving me a space. And like I said, with that last one, like, please let that be a testament to how real feelings can feel, like when you're in the moment. But hindsight's a beautiful thing, and later down the line, things that you couldn't understand will start to make sense, and everything will work its way out. So yes, keep going. You will be okay in the end, and if you're not okay, it's not the end. So big love. I'm gonna spin some tunes for you now, so don't go running anywhere. Yeah, I want to see you guys. And have a beautiful evening. Oh! You can find me online. So on Instagram, it's at Big Blairo XO, BigBlairo XO. Basically just a big paradox. As you can see, I'm very small. My surname's Blair. Everyone called me Big Blairo, so everyone enjoy. And if you're interested, you can also follow my company at the Blair Academy. Sarah and Dennis both work with me on the team, and we go into care homes and teach older people how to do hip hop dance from their armchairs.